Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mackenzie. Today I want to talk about Disney Dreamlight Valley theories and just stuff that has also been promised in the game. Quick disclaimer, all these theories are all hypothetical, they're just theories, none of this is confirmed to be 100% true. Even if the developers at one point promised these things were going to be added in the game and they still aren't, the game's not done yet, so please don't send them any hate for anything. First, I want to talk about the Dreamlight Castle located in the center of the valley. A lot of the recent updates have been specifying that they're free lately. At first I thought it was because they were dropping those mini quest things you can buy with moonstones, the ones that they did with Wally. But what if they're specifying that they're free now because eventually there'll be some paid DLC that'll expand the castle and give you access to more rooms? I feel like paid expansions are never that far away in a Disney game, especially considering eventually this game will be free to everyone, and now Dream Snaps gives you a free way to make a lot of moonstones. I have a few ideas on what these halls in the Dreamlight Castle could be used for, like I said before, paid expansion, or what I want to believe is that we'll eventually get access to these halls for multiplayer. My theory for multiplayer is maybe we enter the castle and head to one of these halls and Ralph directs us through the internet by typing in the other player's valley code. I think it could be a perfect way to explain traveling to other players' valleys because when we enter the castle, these doors lead us to other realms and the halls could lead us to specific valleys we want to see, or they could lead us to a random valley. The next part of the map I want to discuss are these two areas on top of the Frosted Heights and on top of the Forgotten Lands. The mountains on top of the Frosted Heights I believe we will gain access to through a possible new mine or cave that will be near the cave where we found Olaf. A few months ago I believed in this theory a lot stronger because there was a rumor that this door would lead to something, but people quickly realized it was most likely just the cave to where we find Olaf. The picture I have in mind is very similar to the mine we found in the Sunlit Plateau, except this mine would give us access to higher land rather than underground. The reason I believe this area would be like a mine and not an open biome is because that would limit our power as players in our valley. What I mean by an open biome would be the idea of any of the biomes we already have now, where we're capable of decorating and flower, herbs, and night thorns grow freely. Switch users don't have access to this higher item limit, so opening this area up as a new biome would limit the Switch user's capabilities even more. Honestly, if you haven't heard about the river theory, this is the best one yet. I did not come up with this theory, but I have added my own little tidbits here and there. I will tag the video of the original person I saw this from, so when you're done, go check out their video. So we're going to follow the river through the valley. If we started in the Frosted Heights and the water flows all the way through the Frosted Heights, making its way down into the Forest of Valor and all the way through, falling into the plaza and surrounding the Dreamlight Castle. Usually, there's a bunch of big night thorns surrounding the Dreamlight Castle, but if you completed the remembering, then it's just empty and looks a bit off. But after the water surrounds the Dreamlight Castle, it makes its way underground, into the mines, through the waterfalls, and out into the Sunlit Plateau. It makes its way through the Sunlit Plateau, then down to the Glade of Trust, where we can see this interesting, shiny gold thing in the way. Then it heads out into this pond and makes its way through the Glade of Trust, around Mother Gothel's house, which I also find a bit interesting, and then back out into the ocean. When in the ocean, the water can flow anywhere on the beach and make its way back through the water cycle, or if you pretend the river has to keep flowing through all the biomes, it could make its way underground again through the cave on the beach. For a while I wasn't exactly sure what to think of this sparkly thing on the map by the waterfall here, but when planning this video and looking through all these theories, I realized that the end of this waterfall specifically flows around Mother Gothel's house. I think this sparkle is what keeps her young. In our valley, we don't have Rapunzel yet, and these villains remember losing. I think this sparkle could be the Sundrop Flower or just have similar properties to it. I think we'll either get Rapunzel and she'll help us solve this mystery of the gold sparkle, or we'll get a quest by stumbling upon a unique plant one day and Mother Gothel won't be happy about it. I also think when we complete this quest, we'll be able to walk between these two biomes like the one connecting the Forest of Valor and the Dazzle Beach. The river theory is also my reasoning on why I think the Forgotten Lands are considered forgotten. This area is left out of the valley's river system. Branching off of the river theory more and using the knowledge we do know from Ursula talking about traveling through underwater tunnels, I think because the Forgotten Lands are a part of our valley's river system. The volcano above the Forgotten Lands caused the land to catch on fire, which was the green fires we put out with the help of Fairy Godmother. But the ponds in the Forgotten Lands are still a part of Ursula's underwater tunnels because under the Forgotten Lands is the mines connecting the land. I also know the Forgotten Lands aren't complete because everything in the game when we finish we're able to move it, but these dark crystals we can't. I think these crystals will open up something to the volcano. If you haven't finished the Remembering quest, this is your spoiler warning. When you walk through the castle, you can see this hand-drawn map. I believe this is showing us we're getting 3 new biomes, but I don't think they'll be attached to our current valley in the same way our other biomes are. I think it's a possibility we'll get access to these new biomes through the portal we have now or some other type of portal. I think they could have us use Dreamlight like we did to unlock the other biomes to investigate deeper into this dark realm and unlock each of these other 3 possible biomes. After you complete everything in the Dark Castle and the credits end, we get a little teaser for what to expect next. I think this is of course hinting at Skull Rock and Jafar, but there's this green glow over these new biomes, and a purple glow over the Frosted Heights. I think we zoom in on this green glow because that's what the next storyline of the game will be about. Maybe in 2025, the storyline will take us through the Frosted Heights more and allow us to explore the mountains on top of it. When we get our first look at the map in the castle, there's no glows, and that's the only noticeable difference I can see between these 2 maps. The only other thing I noticed, though, is that you can tell by the broken pillar pieces that Jafar was standing right here looking at this map inside the Dark Castle. It's possible he could be the one who drew the map, and he's hidden in these new biomes. Or maybe he's working with our Dark Half and hiding in the Dark Castle. Not too far from the map there was this drawn door in the same marker as the map and the same style as the other mysterious writing on the wall. During the Dark Castle quest, we had to take a picture of the door to reveal what was actually there. I have a feeling we'll have to do something similar to gain access to this door. Or maybe they'll make this door quest similar to the potato quest where it's long and fun but not necessary to complete the game. I took a quick trip inside our Dreamlight Castle to see where the map and the mysterious symbol door are at, and they're both on the first floor. The map is from the end on the right, and the door is from the end on the left. It's also interesting to note that only the middle doors in the Dreamlight Castle have night thorns over them. All the doors on the sides are only blocked off by the rope. So these are my final thoughts on the river theory and how this is all connected throughout our valley. I talked about this a little bit in my completing the Dreamlight Collections tasks video, but pretty much when you attempt to 100% the game, the tree attached to your well will grow bigger and bigger. I think way later in the game there will be a big task that you'll have to complete all your Dreamlight Collections tasks to receive. After the last update, when we got Vanellope and Dream Snaps, I noticed there was a map redesigned by Ursula's Cave. Honestly, I can't tell if this was just to make the area feel more open or if it will lead to something else. I want to talk about this tweet that Disney Dreamlight Valley responded to. When asked about raising friendship and player levels, all they said was there's definitely more to come. While I do think they will expand our player level for the next era of Disney Dreamlight Valley after the Forgetting, what I'm afraid they could have been hinting at here is being able to level up through Dream Snaps. The last thing I want to talk about is stuff that we were told or hinted at that we would see soon, so I hope we get to see by the end of this year. I'm not exactly sure what to call this, quarter turning, tilting furniture, I'm not sure. I feel like this form of turning furniture though was hinted at a little heavy. I also feel like people wanted to see this in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and it was just never added. The editing mode in Disney Dreamlight Valley isn't the best on the Switch, so I feel like it's definitely possible we could get a big editing update in the future. We were told in the notes for the Lion King update we would be seeing mushroom-inspired sets, but from what I've seen, they kind of don't exist yet. I've looked at some of the apps and websites that have like all the pieces of clothing and furniture in the game, but I didn't see it. Maybe I'm just missing it though. Alright, that's it. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I would love for you to comment below your most outrageous Disney Dreamlight Valley theory. Also, please remember, these are all just theories, no matter how much we want them to be true. Okay, bye!